morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to another Trading View update. We had some price weakness generally across the markets during Asian hours. And then as Europe woke up and the US woke up, we once again saw kind of a really, I wouldn't say completely unexpected, but it was quite unexpected in the sense that, prices just exploded higher. We had ETH doing almost 10%, eventually closing the day at its highest ever daily close. Bitcoin also moving 5 to 6% higher, has kind of found its ground again over 60K, but that as well wasn't without its excitement, just because we saw a huge wick down from, was it 61.5K all the way down to below 58 in the space of a couple of minutes. I guess it was an attempt to try and wipe out any final leverage that's in the market. When we look at the funding rates, Bitcoin is trending lower, but we're still seeing those occasional spikes across exchanges, kind of implying that people are still using leverage when they're buying the dip. Now, on Ethereum side, it's actually much more constrained. You can see how the funding rates are moving much lower and are essentially flat across the board. So that's very promising to see. I'm definitely more bullish on ETH at the moment than on Bitcoin, just because we've closed the highest ever daily close. We had a 10% rally yesterday, but that was predominantly driven in the spot market, as evidenced by the decreasing funding rates as the prices have moved higher. I wanted to talk briefly about the expiries taking place today as well. We'll look at the Bitcoin options expiry, $2.5 billion worth of Bitcoins being or contracts expiring today. As you can see, there's a big concentration of calls strike to 60K, so we could see some continued volatility across the strike price. Although I do believe that most option writers will have already hedged their positions throughout the week. If we look at the Bitcoin chart, we have a kind of downward trending parallel channel that's been building since the 21st of October. So for the last week and a half, price is relatively constrained. We're still seeing lower highs and lower lows. So we're still trending downwards. And already this morning, prices are moving a little bit lower. We want to reverse this trend. We need to break through the upside of this channel. So now, if prices start moving back towards 63K, 64K, then we can start looking at where the next stop is and if we do move into a price discovery mode. But for now, the downside still looks like it could be tested more. 57.5K is kind of the first area to look out for. Then we're looking at 53K, which you can see was the local top from the 7th of September. Overall, though, it's still okay. We're still okay, and as long as the leverage ratios, or as long as the funding rate starts to decrease, then we can start to expect a renewed push higher. Finally, on the ETH curve, you can see here this huge move higher overnight yesterday, highest ever daily close now, despite there being no funding around, or no funding or no leverage to push the price higher. We found support from this price consolidation from the 6th of September. Can I draw that? Yeah, I'll draw that. So you can see really nicely how this entire area held. If we do push higher, we're now less than $100 away from the all-time high. So we could well be in price discovery. If we do drop, look at this area as an initial area of support, followed by 3,600. That's it from us. Have a good weekend, and we'll be back next week.